Okay, so in this lesson we're going to work out how to find the equation of a line giving 2 points on that line. So starting from the premise that our equation is y equals mx plus c, where m is the gradient or the slope of our line and c is the y-intercept. So firstly, let's have a look over here and how we're going to find the gradient of a line. And we've done this before. So we need to look at how much the line goes up by how much the line goes across. And it doesn't matter which way you do it, whether you go above the line or under the line. So in this case, let's work where I've already put the dotted line. So I've got 2 points on the line. So as you can see here, when we go across, when we look at the run, we're looking at the x-axis coordinates. So in this case, it's 0 and 4. So the distance between this point here on the x-axis and the corresponding point under the line here is actually 4 units. Okay, the difference between 0 and 4 is 4 units. Now if we look at the distance the line travels up, if we start from this point down here and we travel up, so this is the point 5, 1, and we travel up here to the point 4, 5. So the rise of this line is from 1 to 5. So again, that's 4. So this is our rise. And across here is our run. So we're looking at the change in the y coordinates over the change in the x coordinates. So in this case, it's going to be 4 over 4, which is equal to 1. So our slope of our line is 1. So it's the change in y divided by the change in x. In this case, it's quite easy to see what our y-intercept, when we've drawn the line, it passes through this point here on the y-axis. So we've got our y-intercept here is 1. So that gives us an equation of y equals 1x, so we just can write the x, plus 1. Okay, let's look at another example where we've just got coordinates. So the first thing we need to find out is what m is equal to. So m, the gradient of our line, is equal to the change in x coordinates divided into the change in the y coordinates. So let's call this our x1 and y1, and this x2 and y2. So our slope is y1 minus y2 over x1 minus x2. I'm not very good with writing with this mouse, I'm sorry. So if we substitute these points in to our equation, so let's start with our y coordinates here and here. We have y1, which is 4, minus our y2, which is 6, over our x coordinates. Our x coordinates here, which are 1 and 2. It's important that we keep these in the same order. So it's y1 minus y2, which is 2. And then we can solve that. 1 minus 2 is minus 1. And 4 minus 6 is minus 2. So our answer is a minus divided by a minus is a plus. 2 over 1 is 2. So the slope of this line is 2. Okay, we'll do another question where we just find the slope of a line using these points here that there's a negative in here. So we'll see how the negative affects it. So again, m is equal to y1 minus y2 over x1 minus x2. So if we call this x1, y1, and x2, y2, and we substitute those points in. Let's start with the y points. So y1 is 4 and y2 is 8. So 4 minus 8 over the y points, which are, the x points, which are minus 3 and 6. It's important we have the minus in there. Minus 3 minus 6. And then we solve this. 4 minus 8 is minus 4 over minus 3 minus 6 is minus 9. So our answer, a minus divided by a minus, is a plus, and 4 over 9, we won't break that down. We'll leave that as a fraction. Okay, so that's how we find the gradient. In the next video, I'll show you how to find the y-intercept given 2 points.